To start off this recipe, we are going to add some oil to a skillet and we're going to crack open one egg. We are going to cook this egg sunny side up, and do not cook the egg all the way through since the egg will give it a nice yellow color to the rice once we're done. So after you're done cooking the egg a bit, transfer it onto a sheet. I'm using a baking pan. And with that same pan and the oil left over, we're going to cook our 2 eggs that are going to act as the display egg piece for this rice. And I'm just going to crack in the 2 eggs, swivel it up in the pan. This is the method that I have seen that has worked best for me. So you guys can alter this into your own favorite egg cooking technique. So I just swivel it around the pan after mixing it a bit to make sure that the bottom base is fully covered, so when I flip it over it does not break. So with your spoon you're going to run around the edges to make sure that the egg is not sticking to the side of the pan. And it ended up breaking for me. I was using a mixing spoon as a spatula. So yeah, enjoy these bloopers of me attempting to fix the egg. So next we're going to add oil for our main dish. So after you add oil, make sure that the pan is covered since we are going to add a meat. We're going to add 1 full cooked chicken breast, roughly chopped. Jin does not use any seasoning, no salt, no garlic, nothing. So this is some really, really unseasoned chicken. But it is a diet recipe, so I guess if you add seasoning, it adds calories. I don't know. I'm not a nutritionist. Don't quote me on that. So after adding your chicken, you're going to give it a nice mix. You do not want to burn the chicken since the chicken is the main part of the recipe and is probably the only thing that's going to make you happy while you are eating this dish. So try your best to give love to this chicken, not literally just, I mean cooking it. So after mixing it a bit, you're going to make sure again that it is not burnt. I cannot stress this enough. So have your stove top on low to medium low, however you say it. So after we added and have seen that the chicken is, a bit more cooked, we're going to add 1 full chopped onion. Yes, 1 full chopped onion. Jin said that his friend gave him this recipe idea of adding an onion to everything he cooks. So 1 full onion. It was not a big onion. I used a medium small onion. I diced it and put it in. So yay, I lost the footage of putting the onion, so yeah guys. So we're going to add 1 red bell pepper, and the bell pepper is going to give it color because this dish is pretty plain and sad, and so after adding the red bell pepper, you're going to mix it around, make sure everything is incorporated. After your bell pepper has started to become fragrant, you're going to make a little hole in the middle, and this is where we're going to bring back our egg. So once you made a little hole, you are going to slip in your egg. So make sure that you did not cook it all the way. If not, this is probably not going to work once you try to mix and incorporate everything. First, break up the yolk. That will make it the easiest. And just literally just smash everything together. It's a fried rice recipe. So after that, make another hole again in the middle of the pan. And we're going to bring in the star of our dish, the bowl of rice. Make sure that the rice you are making is not freshly cooked rice. Let it sit out for maybe half an hour if you can, because if it is too sticky, it will not work. You need it to that consistency where it is dry, but not too dry. So we're gonna just mix this all in. Make sure you have a decent sized pan. I was struggling really hard. As you can see, the food is flying everywhere and I didn't have the right utensils. But after you finish mixing it, you made the rice with no seasoning. Jin's diet recipe for rice. And now we're gonna try to make it a bit more decent. Oh, and Jin also said that his mom said to cook as you go. So clean as you go. So here we go. So I'm going to be transferring the rice onto a separate bowl, and this is for the picture just like he did. So just smash it. I'm not going to add in all the rice because it is a lot of rice. So here I am flipping it over, burning myself in the process, trying to make it look pretty on my plate. And we're going to bring back our egg, and I cut it up, made it look pretty, and added some steak sauce on top, just like Jin. He said not to, but since this recipe really barely has any calories and any flavor, you know. So here you go, guys. Your diet recipe.